Okay, so good afternoon and welcome back to another video. Okay, gotta get that out of the way because that's what like every YouTuber says. And so today, I guess is an interesting video. Something that like I'm one of those people that always want to learn, and I guess so. The good way for me to learn is by researching. So someone's like, "Hey, you should watch this, or you should research that." I'm like, "Okay, I'll do that." So last night, Gabby, I'm just done calling her my friend because I mentioned her so much. It's like she's just like a thing. So Gabby sent me a YouTube video, and it was like 55 minutes long. And what it was good job, good English, was about American Idol. Because we talk about American Idol. She watched it more than I do, but I've seen some clips. Like, I've seen a few auditions a few years ago, and, and then they sing, I guess, and you have, like, the audition rounds. And after the audition round, you go to Hollywood, and I guess it's, like, I don't know how many people make it to Hollywood, but, and then they have like a sing off or something, and then you have the first place and you have the runner up. And so basically, that's basically what American Idol is. And we were talking about it, I'm like, I wonder who all the winners are. Because we're like, I can only name the first winner and the fourth winner. And I'm like, she's like, yeah. So for someone that doesn't watch the show, that's pretty bad. There's been like 18 seasons, you can only name two winners. That's not very good. So let's get into it. I'm going to be discussing and telling you what I think of this show. So the first winner, all the way back in the year I was born, 2002, we have Kelly Clarkson. Now, she has been the most successful of the winners. Mainstream. I mean, everyone sort of knows Kelly Clarkson. I think since did I just say since she's been gone? Since You've Been Gone is my favorite song by her. I know she had Behind Those Hazel Eyes. You have Breakaway. Thankful was one of her albums. I only know because I looked at her Wikipedia page just before this. But yeah, very successful. I knew she was the first winner before I researched this. And I knew she won. I knew she was on the show and everything. But she's like the high of highs, and I feel like if you are a reality TV show, you should be putting out people that everyone knows, and everyone only knows Kelly Clarkson, and she's sort of she's doing more like the 2000 singer. I mean, she has also Stronger. Stronger is a really good song too, but she's my favorite winner and one of the only ones I know. Next, 2002, we have Ruben Studdard. Now, I don't know who Ruben Studdard is. And yeah, that's about it. I read his wiki page. I probably should have written it down. I think he got nominated for a Grammy, but I don't think he won it. Hey, Mom. Okay, I swear, random people are going to start walking in my room. It's weird. So, it's just one of those, I have no clue who Ruben Studdard is. Just like a lot of these people. Like 2004, we have Fatanza Barino, but she goes by Fatanza. Fatanza. I don't know who in the world you are. But then, 2005, we have Carrie Underwood, the ever successful person, I would say. And you have oh god, The Champion is probably my favorite song by her, but you know she had a bunch of other songs too. I don't really listen to her, but yeah. And then like the rest of the people, we have Taylor Hicks, who won 2006, 2007 Jordan Sparks, 2008 David Cook, 2009 Chris Allen, 2010 Lee DeWise, 11 Scotty McCreery. Yeah, Scotty McCreery. We have Philip Phillips, and that is not a joke. I thought this was a fake name. His name's actually Phillips Phillips, and he won in 2012. Then we have Candace Glover in 2013, 14 Caleb Johnson, 2015 Nick Ferdini, 2016 Trent Harmon. Trent Harmon. 2017 was weird. They called like 2016 with that season 15 the giveaway season. I forget exactly what I just read it and I already forgot it. So they didn't do one for 2017. In 2018 they came back with Maddie Pop. 2019 Lane Hardy. In 2020 with Just Sam. And how many of those people did you know before I read? I didn't know. Anyway, I knew Kelly Clarkson and Carrie Underwood. That's about it. It's just like, how did this show not have more recognizable people? Like, I think, wasn't Britney Spears on American Idol? I think she was on American Idol, but she didn't want it. Like, what am I trying to say? Like, another thing, I guess, maybe I don't know these people. Well, one, I don't watch the show. So if I watch the show, I would know these people more than I actually do. But as a casual, you can't even call me a casual fan, so I don't even watch it. But as someone who listens to a lot of music, I have only heard of 2 of these 18 people. Which, I mean, is that even a good track record for the show? Like, Trent Harmon was the 8th male to win in 9 years. And then Candice Glover was the first woman, was the only ever one in, in that 9-year span. And, it's just real. And then another thing, some of them are R&B, which is rhythm and blues. Some come from rock. Some do country. I don't listen to all that other stuff. So if you're talking pop rock, like what Kelly Clarkson did, then yeah, I've heard it. But I mean, shouldn't I have heard of some of these other people too? Just saying that they have to be a little bit more popular. Like, I'm pretty sure it's like one of those things where, like, oh, you were on this game show, but you didn't win. We only know the other players. It's weird. It's one of those things, like, in baseball, I guess, because I relate everything to baseball, because I guess I know the most about it. Like, oh, this guy was picked number 2. His name's Justin Verlander. Perfect example. Drafted in 2004. He was drafted number 2 overall in 2004, and he's the best player out of that draft class. He won a Cy Young, a couple Cy Youngs, I think, a World Series, over 3,000 strikeouts, one of the best pitchers I've ever seen. Who went first? Matt Bush. No one knows who Matt Bush is, a shortstop. I only know that because I looked it up. But it's one of those things that's like, oh, you were on this you were in this draft class, but I didn't know you should have been the first overall pick. I mean, you're the best, so I'm guessing it might be with some other singers. Like, oh, we were on this show, but you didn't win, but you should have won since you're the most successful. In hindsight, I guess it's weird. So if I listen to rhythm and blues or classical music, maybe, but Kelly Clarkson has had the best. I mean, her albums have been platinum and gold, and her songs have been at the top of the Billboard Hot 100. What would I rate? One of her songs went from 97 all the way to 1, and I forget the name of it. But yeah, I probably should remember it. It wasn't Behind These Hazel Eyes. It was something else, but and then Carrie Underwood, I have to say, would be the ever successful person. Like, I've never heard of Maddie Pop or Lane Hardy. But, it so, and the show's currently going on, so that's sort of why I was talking about it with Gabby. And if you just sort of look at the current participant, I don't know, because like, I was literally talking to Gabby about this, because I didn't tell her I was going to do a video on it, and she's like, I'm like, so who you think going to win this year? She's like, oh, you wouldn't know them because you don't watch the show. Well, I'm like, it's called research, because I like researching people, and be like, and I'm going to look them up on YouTube and hear their audition and be like, you're right, they probably do have a good chance of winning, or no, maybe I don't like them. Like, she didn't like when Candice Glover won. Back in 2013. And so she wasn't her favorite, so maybe she shouldn't have won. So that's why I'm like, I can be like that. I'm like, okay, you tell me who you like. I'm gonna listen to some clips on YouTube of their auditions, and be like, yeah, I really like this person, or no, not really. But also, why does it seem like everyone has some sort of sob story? Oh, I'm singing this song because in honor of my dad because he died of cancer, or what the one she told me? She's like 3 straight people committed suicide in 3 straight years. I mean, I know it's not funny or anything, and it's cool to sing a song because your dad got cancer, or because your friends and your uncle committed suicide. But how come it might be the only one that I hear? Does anyone have like a good story? Like, what's her name? Claudia something. Her mom worked for Donald Trump or whatever. Gabby's like, oh, I don't like her because she worked for Donald Trump. I'm like, can people stop judging this like 17-year-old girl because her mom worked for the president? I mean, I know Donald Trump isn't the most likable person, but what did Claudia have to do with this? Her mom literally was employed. She was not. I don't get it. I like Claudia. I've heard her sing. And then what? Katy Perry and Luke Bryan and Lionel Richie. I'm surprised I remembered his name. But yeah, I mean, they seem like good judges for the show. And I mean, they're all talented. Yes, I've had to listen to all Katy Perry songs. I can admit she's talented. Okay, is that good enough? But yeah, I'm excited, honestly, for the Hollywood part. And then I'm probably gonna, really get into the show when they go to Hollywood. Cause I think Gabby told me they have, 2 or 3 more weeks of auditions. And then they're going, the Hollywood part's gonna start. And I think that's where the show gets good, in my opinion. I mean, nothing wrong with the audition, but I don't want to watch 500 people, okay, that's an exaggeration, sing, and then some get rejected and some go to Hollywood. But it should be good. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that Hollywood part. And then whoever wins this season, hopefully they do something, because barely anyone on this list have, outside of the obvious 2, as in Clarkson and Underwood, no one else really has a song on the Billboard Hot 100, or a album that sold a bunch of copies, or super popular where you can say their names and be like, oh, I know this person, and they have this song and that song and this album, and they should be in concert here. No. I mean, some of them, I think a lot of them have gotten signed by record albums and put out songs and albums. I just haven't heard of them, and I'm not wasting my time to go look up some song that I don't care about. I mean, there's a line between researching for a YouTube video and torturing yourself by listening to stuff just because. I mean, I feel like when you try to force yourself to like something, you hate it even more. So, I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, today I'm gonna listen to Trent Harmon's all of his music, and then I'm going back. I'm gonna listen to all of Lee DeWyze, and then Taylor Hicks. No, I'm not listening to any of Taylor Hicks' music. He was probably really good, but also that was back in 2006, so I don't even know what Taylor Hicks is doing in 2006. It's weird just what this show is. And I can just see the phone call now. Gabby's gonna be like, well, you don't understand the show because you don't watch it, but if you watch the show, you would actually get it. Trust me, this is coming. I can totally see it coming, because she told me about other stuff too. One time I sent her this song from Glee, I'm Pretty. And I'm like, this is the best song on Glee. And she sounded ticked. No, it's not the best song. If you actually watch the show, you wouldn't. There's tons of other songs that are better than this one. I'm like, dang, what did I do? And she just sounded pissed, how dare you say I'm Pretty is the best song? You can't have an opinion saying that's the best song on the show. I'm like, oh, okay. So, yeah. But yeah, angry phone calls are ensuing. I'm so excited. Chris Allen. I don't know why I'm saying Chris Allen, but yeah. But yeah, I never even heard of, like, Scotty McCree. Or, yeah, McCree, I said that right? Or Philip Phillips. That's not even, I don't even know who Philip is. And, like, is it sort of the artist's fault for not really having a big hit after they go out the show? Or what? But, I mean, if you look at any other show, like The X Factor, you have One Direction, and I'm pretty sure they produced other people too. The Voice, they have several people. Now I want to look at the winners for X Factor and Voice and compare them to see which show produces more famous people. 4:54. And I probably should go to Bible study right now. So I'm going to end it here. But yeah, I actually do want to look at the winners of The Voice and X Factor and see how many seasons they have. And there's really a difference between all these singing shows. Like, you have American Idol, The Voice, and X Factor. And aren't they all really the same? Like, in a way, aren't they all the same? You know, we sing, you have judges, you go on to the next round, you win, and become super popular. Except for Philip Phillips and Caleb Johnson. But other than that, you become really famous. I really am going to look into this reality TV stuff now, so probably should go do that. I don't know. Send me a video idea. I don't know. Hopefully the comments work. It's weird. Half the time they work, half the time they don't. I thought I turned them on permanently. So, yeah. I don't know. Candace Glover sounds like she was a good singer, but Gabby's like, oh, I didn't like her that much. So, but Kelly Clarkson is honestly the best singer on this show. Like, there's no doubt about it. She is the best on the show. And Since You've Been Gone, just listened to it like a couple days ago. I still like it, and it came out in 2004. That's just how good she is, or was, or I don't know. I'm done. I quit. Bye.